that would potentially cause some strong damaging winds, because it is an entire line that's starting to intensify. You see all that lightning jumping up there. When the lightning starts to jump up, or we get a little hail jumping up, that's an indication that a storm is starting to strengthen, and one we have to pay attention to. So again, the biggest reason, and the reason we're talking to you, is for that tornado warning. This area right in this green color does have a 2% risk on tornadoes tonight. So this is the area of concern. I'm telling you, once they get closer to the I-65 corridor, it becomes mainly a wind event, and they may even begin to weaken. But if you live in Clarksville, the areas to the west, you got to be watching those storms very, very carefully. So I'm going to step off the screen here, reset my graphics real fast, just to let you guys know the very latest. We still have that tornado warning, right, Christina? Have you been looking at the chat room?
Yeah, we still have it right now. They haven't expired it yet, but at this rate, they also have not extended it, so it looks like it'll still expire at 6:45. Of course, we're going to stay here on air with you until it actually does expire, but no updates on the time just yet. Looking like we do have a couple updates, but not on this warning itself. But I do want to point out a couple things that you were talking about previously, Danielle, because obviously very important. We are looking at a full line of storms here that could be very problematic. Right now on Max 2, I've got up that storm in Henry County, and that one does have a small area of rotation. It's not excessively strong, but it is still something to pay attention to. So what you're looking at there, that little red blob inside the green blob, that's when we're seeing winds moving toward and away from the radar. That allows for the ability for rotation, and that's when we start to be concerned with the potential of tornadoes forming. So that's something that we are going to watch. My friends in Lakeview Manor, you are really, this is right over you right now. Benton Cut, you've got about 5 minutes or so. Faxon, you've got about 8 minutes. Joe, this is the time where, honestly, you really want to be on the lookout. We don't have any warnings in that area, and I can't emphasize that enough, but it is something we are going to pay very close attention to. But now jumping back to our current warning, again, for Carroll County, you can see the same thing here. Winds moving toward and away from the radar, that little tight area of rotation. It is something that we are obviously paying very close attention to. That's why we're on air with you right now. And it does continue, this tornado warning, for 2 more minutes. No updates at this point as to whether they will allow the warning to expire or if they are going to continue it. It looks like we might be issuing a new warning. Yep, they're going to continue that warning for the cell in Carroll County to be safe. So we are going to stick with this warning that we've got right now, Danielle.
Okay, well, yes, we're going to stick with that. Let's go over to Max 1. There we go. And I just want to let you know, we'll see where this tornado warning goes to. Okay, they are extending it into portions of Benton now, Carroll and Decatur County here. So we are getting quite a bit of stuff going on right now. So I'll show you this. This is the new tornado warning. I'm going to take you exactly to it as we speak. Bring it to you first with the latest. It is for Benton, Carroll, Decatur, and Henderson counties in Tennessee until 7:15. This storm does have rotation. It has had a history of producing now wall clouds and funnel clouds. So this is a dangerous cell, and it is considered to be tornado warned. Now, it's Doppler radar indicated, which means it's the greens and the reds. You see that green? That's the wind going to the radar. The red is the wind going away. And when you see it linking up like this, right in that area, it's really just to the north and west of Clarksburg. Clarksburg, excuse me. You need to take your tornado precautions right now. It is going to be on top of you within the next 5 minutes, which means going down to the lowest level, a room with no windows, preferably a basement, a bathroom. You need to take this seriously, folks, because this is a storm that has a history of producing wall clouds and also funnel clouds. Okay, so this is heading to the south and east, still at about 40 miles an hour. Holladay is in the path. Just so you know, this would be going towards Parsons, too, potentially into Decatur County there, so that's why. Now, if I put a storm track on this one for you guys, and it is going to the south and east at about 20 miles an hour, it'll be in Westport at about 6:53. And then Dollar will see us at about 6:57, Holladay at about 7:03. So, of course, we're going to watch this one very carefully for you. There isn't much in the way of hail with this storm, but I will tell you it's had a lot of wind. So going to the room with no windows, going to the lowest level of the room, protecting your head and neck. Super key that you do that. Obviously, bring your smart devices with you so you can stream us. We are on Facebook Live right now. We are streaming, so make sure you join us there. It's just WKRN News 2. And follow us on Facebook if you lose power, because a lot of times with these storms, you will also lose power. So that's a great way to watch us, or we're live streaming on our website. All right, so let's talk a little bit about this tornado warning. So you see the other one dropped off, but they are continuing this one until 7:15 for Benton, Carroll, Decatur, and Henderson County. Now, this is really just our southernmost portion of Carroll County. This is going to be over here, Henderson County, and then there's a little clip, as you can see, of Decatur and a little clip of Benton County. So we'll watch this cell carefully. Right now centered over southern Carroll County. It does have a little bit of spin with this storm. And just to let you guys know, you have something? Yeah.
Yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning now as well for Benton County until 7:30. So I just wanted to throw that in there
That's
as well.
good to know. So, okay, we've got a lot going on.
All right,
we're going to get right to that one too coming up in just a second here. Want to let you know, Christine, if you want to get a storm track on that one, and I'll pass it over to you in just a second. But this is, again, this is the storm right in here. This is just to the west of Clarksburg here and it's 6:46 right now. This is in effect until 7:15. That is where the rotation is. That is going to go over 22. It is just now east of 70, what I was talking to you about. It is just now south of Huntington. It is headed right due into Clarksburg. So if you have any friends and family in Clarksburg, you got to tell them to get down in the basement now, get down to the lowest level. Super important you do just that. Now, this thing is moving pretty fast, so I think that storm track's a little bit out of date here, but here's the entire line that is really starting to intensify, and so we're gonna have to watch that carefully here. You can see this one for Stewart County, down through even Benton County there, all the way down to Huntington there, and all of this is pushing to the east pretty quickly here. Also watching a little bit of rotation